Hi, Year 10. Quite a few of you have asked about this question 2.2 for the homework. It's a really hard question, looking at grade 9 here. So I'll go through it with you step by step so you understand what you need to do. So if you look at the question, it tells you that the catalyst XOA can be made by reacting metal X with oxygen gas. So what you need to do first of all is convert this first sentence into a formula equation. So we know that we've got metal X, we're reacting it with oxygen gas. So remember, oxygen's diatomic, so when it's in its element form it goes round in pairs and it forms the catalyst XOA. Then from the rest of the question we can start filling in some more information. So it tells us this reaction was carried out using 14.10 grams of X. So we know the mass of X. We know that we've got 14.10 grams of X. The reaction went to completion and 17.65 grams of XOA was formed. So we now know that we've got 17.65 grams of XOA. If you look up above at the beginning of question 2, it also tells you the MR. So it says the other is a catalyst with the formula XOA, which is what we've got as our product, with an MR of 79.5. So we also know that we've got an MR of 79.5. So from the information that we've now got, we could start looking at the equation that we've practiced a lot in class, where we've had number of moles equals mass over MR. So for our XOA, we've got a mass and we've got an MR. So we can work out number of moles of XOA. And we'll do that by doing our mass 17.65 and we're going to divide it by 79.5. And when we do that, we get an answer of 0.222 moles. Okay, now that we've worked out number of moles of XOA, we can work out something for our oxygen. We know that the total mass is 17.65 grams of our product, and we know that 14.10 grams of that has come from X. Therefore we can work out the mass of oxygen by the law of conservation of mass. So if we take our total 17.65 and take away our mass of X, so our 14.10 grams, we can then work out the mass of oxygen that we have. So when we do that, we should be able to work out that we have 3.55 grams of oxygen. Now we know the mass of oxygen. We can also work something else out for oxygen, so we can work out its MR. So remember, oxygen has a relative atomic mass of 16. We've got 2 of them, so we know that our MR of oxygen is going to be 32. Now we can work out number of moles of oxygen by doing our mass 3.55 grams divided by our MR, which is 32, which will give us an answer of 0.111 moles. Now we know that we have 0.111 moles of oxygen, and that produces 0.222 moles of XOA. We can then simplify this ratio so that we have 1 mole of oxygen to 2 moles of XOA. So if we put that back into our equation that we had at the beginning, where we had X plus O2 forming XOA, we now know that we've got 1 mole of oxygen, so we don't need to put a number in front of that, and we've got 2 moles of XOA, so we put a big 2 in front of that. If we look at the rest of the equation now to be able to balance it, we can see that we've got 2 x's on this side, but we only have 1 x on this side, so to be able to balance it we need to put a 2 in front of x here. For this question, you also need to work out what the value of A will be. So looking at the equation, A is going to tell us the number of oxygens that we have. So on here we've got 2 X's and we've got 2 O's. And here we've got 2 X's and we've got 2 O's. So it means that A must equal 1. Okay, so hopefully you've understood the steps that we've just gone through there in order to work out this answer. Some of you have got the answer, you've done really well, well done. Some of you were struggling a little bit with it, so just go back through the workings here and make sure you understand it. If there's anything that you still don't understand, if you send me an email or a message on Show My Homework. Bye!